You, it was good. We back Saturday night. I haven't done this shit at all. I don't think I ever did a Saturday night live stream. This is different. This is definitely different. Waiting for Reg late ass to get here. Reg, where you at, nigga? You're late. Yep, you got blocked. I don't want that idiot on here. You talking crazy shit. This is for real hip hop heads. This ain't for niggas that just listen to Tupac all day. Got me into jazz. My mother got me into jazz. Just like everything else. You know. I listen to a little bit of everything, man. I ain't got a favorite when it comes to that. A little bit of Coltrane, a little bit of Miles, some Boney James, you know, a little bit of everything. It's been a long time since I did a live stream on a Saturday. I don't even remember the last time I did a live stream on a Saturday. I usually don't do live streams on Saturday. But we doing it tonight. Now one is a joke. That's still a timeless record right now. We still going through it. The bitch ass cops. That's forever gonna be a timeless song. Manifest is dope. You know what's crazy? I didn't like Manifest in the beginning when it came out. Wasn't really a fan, and I want to say like the last year or two, for some reason it's grown on me. I've heard it a lot, now more than ever, and definitely enjoy it. But yeah, 911 is a joke. That's gonna be a forever timeless song, man. Unfortunately, because of fucking pigs out here. Yeah, Step in the Arena is a way better album. Definitely. I'm not a fan of the first Gangsta album. Like I've heard it, but it wasn't something that I went out and bought. But Step in the Arena, like Primo on every album, he got better. You know, he got better with the production. He got better equipment, and it showed. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to Step in the Arena, and then when you listen to Hard to Earn and Daily Operation, um, that's the '98 one I'm forgetting. All of their albums, like he just got better. Moment of Truth, right? He just got better with every album. So, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of the first Gangsta album. Not enough bass in that. I think it's everybody's least favorite Gangsta album. I don't know anyone that love it like that. They might like it, but I don't think anybody's choosing that over Moment of Truth or Hard to Earn. Yep. Blue Funk, definitely. I was just talking about '93 being um one of the most underappreciated years in hip hop from the '90s. So many underground bangers that came out. It was still hardcore. It was still street. Before the Blink era came in, and Blue Funk has always been. Well, I don't want to say always. I have more than one favorite from Heavy D and the Boys, but Blue Funk to me is his hardest album, like content wise and production wise. That was like his boom bap album. You have Primo doing like two tracks. Pete Rock did a couple joints. Tony Dofat. You know, Nothing But Love was great though. That was a great album. They both sound different. Like I think Nothing But Love was more it's more radio friendly. You know, still has some boom bap on there too from Marley Marl and Eric Sermon. But Blue Funk was like his hardest album streetwise. He didn't do the radio friendly joints for that album. He was all about the streets with that one. See, it feels good to be on a live stream and nobody's asking you stupid questions, right? No retarded ass questions that people asking you and shit. That's what I like. You on the King Star night, huh? Pete Rock. I get physical. That's my drink. It's good.
Hey,
I get
how y'all doing?
physical. Chilling.
Oh, I gotta go with Suckers Need Bodyguards.
Of course you gonna go with that.
Why?
Of course you would. Cause you like to go against
That's
me.
like
That's why. You don't pick the same shit I pick.
well,
You never pick the same
honestly,
shit I pick.
I've always considered that one of the Gangstar's best tracks. To be real with you, but
Okay.
I do like I get physical.
Yeah, that was a banger.
Yeah, Suckers Need Bodyguards and Masterpiece are my favorite tracks from that album. Hard to earn.
Oh yeah, Mass Appeal's my drink. Mass
Yeah,
Appeal, Code of the Streets. Oh man. Dwick,
tons of guns, a
tons
long
of
way to go.
guns. Killer Tape, salute, bro.
Mostly the voice that gets you
What's
up. I
good?
said mostly the voice.
What is good? Yo, we gotta get Killer Tapes on here when we do the collection video. We gotta get Killer Tapes on here because he's always buying some gems.
Then he's invited. Just tell him. Just send him his Instagram. Send me his Instagram.
Uh,
So, yeah.
we gotta get him on the collection vid with us. Oh yeah, shout out
Yeah,
to Pete Rock and CL, man, for sure.
I said a ba 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 ba. I've been watching too much Carter lately, man.
Oh man. You know, I'm trying to remember. I never went live on a Saturday, yo. I don't think I ever did a Saturday live stream.
Nah, you haven't.
Yeah, like, I don't do Saturdays. Like I don't care to do shit on the weekend like that. So we only do that shit on your channel when you go live on Sundays.
Yeah, cause I'm not always doing fucking night audit every weekend now. That's the great part.
Right.
I'm about to start in about 10 minutes and
This
shit.
might be like the first ever live stream I've done on a Saturday since I started my channel. That's crazy. Oh yeah, for sure, man. We're gonna do like the collection vid live stream we do. It's like we do it every couple months where we show like the new pickups that we got. So it could be like vinyl or action figures or games or whatever it is, sneakers, whatever it is that you got in the last couple months. We just show it on the live stream. So the last one we had was what? That was last year, right?
I believe. Hold up.
Yeah, it was last year we had it. It was the last one.
Yeah, cause I usually do like three a year.
Right. So this is gonna be the
Okay.
first one for this year.
Yeah. Then the second one I'm gonna do in July. Then the third one possibly either November or December.
Right.
Whatever floats my boat.
Right. So it'll be like the week of April 20th. Um, and we just have like a lot of collectors come on the live stream and they show off whatever it is that they got, in the past couple months. I'm a gamer. Like I'm in my game zone. I've been getting like a lot of games in the past like 2 months, like games that I missed out on, from a couple years ago, or games that's out now. So I'm in my game bag right now. It's been a minute. I
Respect.
want to start doing game reviews on the channel anyway. So that's basically why like I started playing again too. Like I just had that urge to start playing again. I'm like, yo, I gotta start doing some game reviews because I don't see people do that. I'm on Xbox One. I'm on that platform. So it's been good. I slept on some games in the past couple years. I'm like, yo, I forgot about this game. Let me go back and get it. And so that's what I've been doing basically. So like for the collection vid, I'm gonna like show a couple of games that I've played over the past couple months.
There was a reason why I really
Sam
did
asked,
reviews. Huh?
uh, I said Sam asking the good questions. I didn't hear what you said. You said something about reviews
I said there was a reason why I rarely did reviews on
on
Saturdays
games.
because I
Oh, Saturdays. Yeah, because like we just be out or whatever. So
with Aisha or working and shit.
right.
Oh Lord, still trying
Yeah,
to get used.
Bumpy Knuckles is that dude, man. Yep. Yo,
Oh yeah, I gotta share this shit.
that's bugging out. My wifey favorite joint of all times. Bugging out from the Tribe album, from the Low End Theory.
Yeah,
Oh wow, yeah. Fife Dog was killing that. I love the way he started that off.
yeah, that song and Bud are my favorite five joints on Low End Theory.
Yes, that whole album. I love every song. It's hard to pick just like one favorite. Cause there'll be days when I'll be like, yo, like I love Check the Rhyme and I love Scenario, and then you had Everything is Fair and Show Business and Excursions. That whole album, like from front to back, is just it's timeless.
I agree.
You know, that's what I like about when you have like timeless albums like that, where you still have your favorites, and then you got like maybe like the unpopular cuts that still bang too. It's like you an assorted variety of stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
You saw Low End Theory. Oh wow, on vinyl. That's crazy.
I mostly see their first album on vinyl lately.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it in the past. Like last year, I remember going to a record store and I saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like just the OG copy though. Like I never bought the first one, but like like when they remastered it and then they re-released it with like the remixes. I'm like, why they do that though?
Yeah, because it was like remixes that was made like that 2020, I think 20
Yeah,
like recently. Yeah,
right. And it comes with like a booklet, like a special booklet or something. And I like
right.
the OG copy though. Oh, on CD. That's dope. You know, that's a great album. That is a great album, definitely.
Oh Lord, I'm about to start this shit just once my laptop starts acting right.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, I'm ready to start whenever you are.
All right.
All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of my hip hop review on Try's channel. In case you
How
guys
weird
don't
is
know,
that
I'm
to
on
say?
YouTube.
How weird is that to say?
So
I said, how weird is that to say?
exactly,
He got banned until what, Tuesday? So you could be back on Tuesday,
like
right?
Tuesday night. Yeah,
Tuesday
because the
night.
R&B
Okay.
videos gonna be Wednesday, like Tuesday midnight, Wednesday midnight. So
The YouTube criminal.
yeah, man. Shout out to Eric too. He just recently came back from YouTube jail too. So
Wow. I don't know what y'all doing to get banned like that. Oh man.
uh, but this your boy, the YouTuber formerly known as Reg, and I got my partner with me, legendary Tribero, formerly
Hello,
known as
hello.
Tribero Gigolo.
Greetings, Earthlings.
What's goody? All right, so Saturday night review. It's raining right now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna kick back on that good old internet for a good maybe hour before I work on some music. So album we're gonna talk about today, Yo Yo, first album,
Yes.
Make Way for the Motherlode. This album came out 1990, March 19th, 1991 to be exact, excuse me. You know, this was Ice Cube's protege. It came out with singles such as You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo, Stomp Into the 90s, Ain't Nobody Better, and Girl Don't Be No Fool. It has guest appearances like Ice Cube, Ricky Harris, the late great Ricky Harris, Tamika Ingram, Threat, LAJ, Don Diamond, and Sparkles, who I believe they were part of her IBWC crew, you know what I'm saying? And Sir Jinx. All right. So Yo Yo, one of the most underrated female rappers in my personal opinion. You know how he's saying, one of the very first, when we talk about that female empowerment or black female empowerment.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you talk about how you got into Yo Yo.
Well, I had Yo-Yo's first two albums, the Make Way for the Motherlode and Black Pearl. But those got damaged. But I got some other two from I got this is Total Control and West Side Story, one of my favorites from her. And I first heard You Can't Play My Yo-Yo on Pump It Up with D Barnes. And they used
Right,
to play when I used to actually be on Saturday nights on Fox back in the day, and when they were playing her video, and finding out that was Ice Cube's protege, and having Ice Cube in the video with the hoodie, the champion hoodie on over his head, and everybody knew Ice Cube from NWA, and then he went solo, and he had the lynch mob, you know, and I feel like that this it was dope to see a female that she was from the hood, but she was positive, and sending those positive insight and messages to young black women in the hood, and we didn't see that. What I'm saying? Like we saw, at least over here, we had MC Light, we had Salt and Pepper, Latifah, Moni Love was doing their thing, Roxanne Shante, but we didn't see a female I was doing it in rap from the West Coast. What I'm saying? Yo Yo
right,
was like, she was that one that she hit big with You Can't Play With My Yo Yo, and then I remember buying the album back in the day, and hearing the funky, like G Funk West Coast production, like the Sir Jinx production, Ice Cube production, and she just like talking about the same type of things that women go through that Salt and Pepper will talk about over here. Pregnancy and infidelity. Losing your virginity and having self respect for yourself and independence. Those are all the things that Salt and Pepper talked about that we heard on like hot cold, hot cool and vicious and assault with deadly pepper, Black's Magic, very necessary, and Yo Yo was like that woman that was doing it out on the West Coast, and seeing her in Boys in the Hood, she had a cameo in that, and seeing her do her thing with like Patra. She was on the Patra song
Oh,
for Call, and the Brandy I Want to Be Dead remix. So she was out there here and there. I felt like she always, because she didn't show no skin like that, but we knew she was like sexy as fuck and she had a big booty and all that. She was cute, but she didn't really show no skin like like Kim and Foxy. I felt like that kind of like Kim did her career where she could have been bigger if she had showed more skin. You know what I'm saying? But she kept it like real down to earth and real street. And I think I had a part to play in why we didn't really she didn't really get that that success, that mainstream success like that. And plus it was like she was from the West Coast too, and it was like how it was back in the day with radio over here. There's like if you wasn't Dre or Snoop, they wasn't really playing your shit from the West, and I felt like they had a part to play. I mean, cause I don't remember ever hearing like a Yo-Yo song on the radio. Like Hot 97 didn't play her shit, or WBLS they didn't play her shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like only time we saw Yo-Yo was like on Rhapsody or Young TV Raps. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be like a real hip hop head in the culture to even like know who she is and follow her and what she was coming out with. So like from the very first album, I was a fan of hers. You know what I'm saying? And just every album she came out with, every collab or whatever she did, and I know she was like I think she was teaching in her community, after rap and doing stuff in her community, which is good, and she's still gorgeous too, man. Like even in today's, she's still looking good. Her hair's shorter now. She ain't got the braids no more. But yeah, like she definitely to me is like a legend, in rap, and I don't hear nobody mention her when it comes to like female MCs. You know what I'm saying? It's we know who they're gonna mention, but this like the people that they don't mention, she's like one of those artists that they don't mention enough, and I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's like now is definitely the time to give her props.
exactly. Yeah, that's a very dope reason because she's more. When I think of Yo Yo, and this I'm gonna get to how I got into her. She is pretty much a female MC's female MC, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like she was pretty much like what I like when we talked about the Nicki D, the authentic period of hip hop.
Hmm.
That was pretty much the beginning. Like 19, that was like the beginning of that because we already had Light, Latifah,
Right.
Salt and Pepper, Roxy and Shantae. You know what I'm saying? Doing their fucking thing. Yo
Hmm.
Yo just entered like a whole new era when female MCs was like more broadening their aspects. Like when we talked about Nikki D, like she was best known for Daddy's Little Girls, but I
Right.
felt like that Daddy's Little Girl album itself was very underrated because a lot of the shit she was talking about on that record, um, nobody was really touching that subject matter at that
Right.
time. And then
Right.
you had Boss, who, yeah, I know the controversy when it came to Boss, but a female MC at that time who was like really ripping it on the mic on that
Hmm.
gangster rap shit, saying
Right.
kind of like in a way breaking down barriers for Lady of Rage
Hmm.
and shit too. Even though I felt like Lady of Rage wasn't really promoted right, and
Right.
don't get me started on that Necessary Roughness
I,
album.
I saw somebody post that today. Matter of fact, like what happened with what went wrong with the um Necessary Roughness album. I'm like a lot. The production for
A lot.
starters. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different story. But I just when you mentioned that just now, I'm like, yo, I just saw somebody on Instagram post made a post about that.
Yeah, man, because for one, lyrically she did her thing. Lyrically, it's the production I had a huge issue. Like Primo
Yeah.
disappointed me a lot on that album, and I love Primo. Primo was
Hmm.
a goat, but I'm not gonna
Right.
be. I'm gonna be. There was some times Primo didn't always give the best shit. Even the beat
I
he
agree.
gave to Brand Nubian on the Foundation album, I wasn't really too fan of that
You
one
didn't
like
like
that
that one?
either.
The what
Nah,
is the foundation joint? I think it's called.
yeah,
That joint
I've
to me
heard
was
better.
crazy. Hmm.
And this was the year he was coming out with Moment of Truth from Gangstar,
Right.
which I feel like that's
Right.
Gangstar's best work.
Yeah.
And like 97, he gave a lot of dope heat for OC,
Hmm.
Jay, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm just looking at myself like, what happened with Lady of Rage? I feel like Easy Mo B gave her the
Hmm.
better production on that album. But
See,
back
I
to Yo.
like Daz's production, but again, it was like it suffered the same fate as the Firm album, where they split the production with Dre and Trackmasters, and it wasn't no cohesiveness with that album.
Right.
It wasn't a lot of collabs. I'm like, she's on death row. She should have had collabs from every artist on the label at that time, and she didn't. And it just felt like they just pushed it to the side and like, yo, you go here, you do your thing, and we'll put it out, and it's whatever.
You know, because originally she was supposed to came out with that Eargasm album back in
Yeah,
'95,
I remember.
but at that time, Death Row was
Hmm.
kind of going through a lot. Like for one, Death Row had lost a distribution deal for Time Warner.
Right.
Then at that time, Dre went to jail for a bit. He had because he did that high speed chase,
Yeah.
so he was in jail for a little bit. Then
Hmm.
of course Tupac came to the label, and
Right.
no pun intended, but it was all eyes on Pac. You know what I'm saying? And so you guys should know that Pac and Lady of Rage didn't really see eye
Didn't
to
like.
eye because
Yeah.
yeah, because she didn't want to be on that East Coast West Coast shit, and yeah, it's pretty much like that. You know what I'm saying? I think
What
they
what what happened with Yo? Not to cut you off. What happened with Yo Yo after her last album? Cause like it seemed like she just quit rap and she started like teaching or whatever.
well, yeah, because at that time when she quit rapping, the music I feel like she talks about this on the Unsung episode, like around that time, like maybe like the Total Control album, they really were trying to like
Hmm.
make her more commercial because I think her deal with
Right.
East West had ended, or it was either ending or it was the tail end. And that lady, Sylvia Rhone, who you guys should know, a lot of rappers and singers at that time did not get along with Sylvia Rhone and Vogue, cough cough. But yeah,
Right.
man. But I think she and her were kind of going at it. So after the commercial, because originally I think she was supposed to came out with an album from '98, but it
Hmm.
got shelved. It got
Yeah.
shelved and stuff like that. So she pretty much did work around the community. Like she raps here and there, but she mostly just does work in the community these days. I know she
Killer
had that
Tape.
one.
Killer Tape said, "I stole this yo-yo tape from a girl in high school back in the day."
Hey,
That's funny.
yeah, man. But yeah, but how I got into yo-yo, I'm a simple story. Music Choice had one of those channels where they play like classic hip hop,
Hmm.
and I heard you can't play with my yo-yo. You know what I'm saying? I heard that for the first time, but I'm gonna give my thoughts on that song in a minute.
Was
And
Music Choice out that early though? I didn't discover Music Choice till like 95, maybe 96.
well, I discovered the song back in like '07,
Oh, okay.
like '07, '08. You know what I'm saying? And this was like when I was really getting into hip hop.
Right.
Because I think they still do have those channels. If you have like those like Spectrum, Time Warner station,
Yeah.
like I know my mama still got that. No, wait.
On
No,
cable.
we
It's
actually
on
gave
cable.
that. Yeah, we gave
Yeah.
that Spectrum shit away because it was costing away too much money. We just got the internet. But yeah, back they still got that shit. So I be discovering like a lot of shit there. But I've always fucked with Yo Yo. I definitely always fucked with Yo Yo
Yeah.
style.
He's dope.
You know, my personal opinion, my favorite album is actually Black Pearl, and I do have her first three albums in my collection. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Which Black Pearl is so underrated. You know what I'm
It
saying? I
is.
don't hear no one.
You could clearly tell, like for that album, she went more for radio play with certain songs. But man,
Yeah,
it still got some bangers. Like So Funky, that joint is that's my joint right there.
yeah, I love that, and you could be mine. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But yeah, we're gonna get into the album one day and shit. But yeah, let's get right into who Yo Yo is. For those who don't know, Yo Yo, she is a rapper, MC, activist. You know what I'm saying? Coming straight from Compton, California, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, she got into hip hop. Just listening to like a lot of hip hop at the time. Some of her favorites was like from what I looked at, like Roxy and Shantae, like Run DMC, and she once met Ice Cube. She met Ice Cube, I think, around 1990, and I think Ice Cube loved to sound that pretty much. Pretty much what happened was, he invited her to the classic song It's a Man's World," you know what I'm saying, from the America's Most Wanted album. Very dope track. There's a live version that they did back in like 91. You know what I'm saying? I think when Ice Cube was touring in somewhere in Europe. Very, very dope performance and shit. Once I come back from YouTube jail, if I can remember, I'll post that in the community tab. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that actually got her a deal with East West, and East West was like a subsidiary of Atlantic Records at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, I can only find a lot of information, and I didn't really have a lot of time to rewatch the Unsung episode, but it's just a quick synopsis. And Ice Cube, and Del the Funky Homo Sapien wrote the majority of the album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. That's pretty much what happened in 1991. That's when this album had came out right here. Um, yeah, man. Very, very, very. I love the fucking braids. Her
she
braids, man.
she needs a remaster for that album though. It's very light on the bass.
It is. Yeah, man. Yeah, just song credits and whatnot. Alrighty. So this album has 16 tracks. Let's get started with track number one, "Stand Up for Your Rights." Now, this one featured Ricky Harris, and for those who don't know who Ricky Harris was, he was DJ Easy Dick from like the Chronic, like them Death Row albums,
DJ Easy Dick.
and he also
Dog
played
Pound.
Mouth. You said what?
He was on the dog food album
Yeah, like he
and
also
Doggy
played,
Style.
right. He also played Malvo from Everybody Hates Chris. You know what I'm saying? So, but this was like the first time. This was like the first time he actually played a radio host. He was known as the Smooth One, and he's pretty much just like doing some interludes, and asking you.
Mike,
And then you
salute.
have like, what's up, Mike? You have like a lot of radio customers, ask Yo Yo for advice, and then they have the Stevie Wonder song "Too High" playing in the background, and which leads to the next song.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the way that and I mean if you look at it, you got like a character from like the Death Row albums on the Yo Yo album, and this is before Death Row really hit it big back then. So I like the fact that he started it off, playing the DJ and you got the ball rolling. Like I think an intro with Yo Yo, talk, shouting out where she was from and her crew and all that would have been cool too. But I like the DJ starting it off. So
Yeah, I definitely feel you about that though. Definitely. All right. Track number two, "Stomping into the '90s." Very, very dope track. This is like one of her signature tracks right here. This song is pretty much just her way of introducing herself to the world. It definitely has like a very Bomb Squad kind of beat to it. You could tell there was still like on that America's Most Wanted kind of ordeal. You know what I'm saying? Very dope song. I love it.
Dope beat. Love the Public Enemy sample, the horn arrangements, the scrapping. Definitely a nice way to start the album off after the intro.
Yeah, that's a very. I love that fucking beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Track number three, we got "You Can't Play with My Yo-Yo" featuring Ice Cube.
Can't play
I
with
mean,
my
this is
yo-yo.
arguably her.
Don't try to play me out. Fire.
Yeah, yeah. This is actually a signature track right here. Nice usage of that Earth, Wind, and Fire sample, Devotion. This features Ice Cube just pretty much on the chorus, doing the ad libs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, Yo definitely did a thing on this record right here. Like the way she was just flowing. Just the way she started off, like, my name is Yo Yo, I'm not a
Ho
hoe,
ho.
you know what I'm saying? Just proclaim. You said what?
Mhm. No, I was just quoting what she was saying.
Right. Just proclaiming herself to be the intelligent black woman and shit. Classic song. I mean, I can't say
Yeah.
enough words about this record.
Definitely a great song. Something that's not too radio friendly, but it still bangs. You know what I'm saying? And I love the video with her and Cube. Cube in the background with the hoodie on, and you know, is that it was fire. They definitely played that a lot over here. And she's like, I'm in the '90s, you're still in the '80s, right? I rock the mic. They say I'm not lady. Like, loved her flow on that. Great track, classic track.
Definitely. Next one is the skit called "Q Gets Played." It's pretty much just like Ricky Harris saying how Ice Cube took over the station. You know what I'm saying? And then he ended up saying Ice Cube's pretty much in jail for just taking over the station. Pretty cool skit. Not really one of my favorite radio skits from the album, but I like it.
It was cool. Like again, like periodically through the album, you hear the DJ. I thought that was good with a good theme to keep up with for the album, and it was good.
Definitely. All right. Next track we got is "Put a Lid on It." Again, this was another solid song. This was pretty much one of the main themes of the album. You know, safe sex, especially how women should end up like not just giving it up too quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want it to be a one night stand and the end you end up with the baby. You end up with the baby from a guy that don't give a
Right.
fuck about you. Just to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Another song that very has like an Ice Cube s kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Right.
pretty cool.
I love it. I love the Salt and Pepper sample. Because they talked a lot about pregnancy and being protected when you have sex, and Yo-Yo was like just warning the young girls to stay protected when you're doing it, and it definitely was a must at that time. Especially when Magic had just came out and said that he had HIV and he had to retire because of that. And she said, now sex is wonderful and all that, as long as you make sure you don't come up fat. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought that was like one of the illest tracks on the album.
I definitely agree with you. Track number six, "What Can I Do" featuring Ice Cube. This is actually my favorite song off this whole album. Um, it uses the Gwen McQuay classic sample 90% of Me, which ironically Boss used that for her deeper song. You know, Yo Yo was just rapping her ass off on this one, just braggadocio. You know what I'm saying? I love when she says, I love the one when she says, "This is not an effort. In fact, it's kind of easy. Step off with the dick if you're starting to feel queasy. The rhyme is kind of rotten, so do not try to shock me. Tending a time to rap over client steeple, so keep her." Very dope wordplay on this one right here. And you have Cube. adding his special touch on the third verse. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you guys and shit. I know everyone likes
Um,
the Bonnie and Clyde theme from You Better Ask
I love
Somebody,
that.
but I feel like
Love that song.
I like that. Yeah, love that too.
Mhm.
But I'll take this one over that Bonnie and Clyde theme because I like their chemistry more on this album. But I'm gonna say my thoughts more on You Better Ask Somebody. I'm gonna say most of my thoughts on that. But this one right here, my favorite track off this album. Very, very, very dope sample. What can go wrong?
Now, didn't Cube use this sample for his "What Can I Do"? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, he used a vocal sample, but he did like the main beat. The main beat came from Marvin Gaye's "I Want You." That's from the
Right.
original version because he did like two other remixes. The
Yeah,
Ali
he's a
Shaheed
remixer.
Ali Shaheed Muhammad, which that had like a more Tribe Called Quest kind of feel, which that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Then he did
Hmm.
like the West Coast version with Mac
Yeah.
10.
Hmm.
I think that's like the best known version because I know that one had a video, which again that one was pretty cool too. But I've always liked the OG version. I feel like the OG version fit that Lethal Injection album.
Right. Yeah, this was great. It was love the beat. Some gangster shit. Had a nice, smooth groove. The saxophones came into play, really jazzy. You had Yo-Yo saying, "With this new description, that keep the suckers hissing. Recollect the days when you ain't got a pot to piss in." And Ice Cube killed it. And he said, "And if you're pretty, acting shitty, it's a pity. I'm a nigga from the city. I'll hang you from your titty." Love that Ice Cube. He was just straight. I don't give a fuck. Ice Cube back then before he hit Hollywood, and this was a great track. And I always felt like, when I hear this song and like Bonnie and Clyde theme, they should have did an album together. I think that really would have helped, her career moving forward. That like them, like they did. She did a whole album with Cube, and she killed it just on the mic, just like him. I think that really would have helped her career. But I've always wanted that. I always felt like she should have did a whole album with Ice Cube.
Yeah, sure. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I definitely felt like that. You know what I'm
Still,
saying? Alrighty.
so,
Next track is dedication. That's the next one. Yeah. Yeah. This one right here. It has LAJ, which you guys should know. LAJ was the main producer from Far Side. It's Far Side's first album. You know what I'm saying? Bizarre Ride to the Far Side. My favorite album from them. I know a lot of people love La Bang California, which that was cool too. But yeah, man, just check out those reviews we did, and then
yeah,
it's just pretty much a shouting out track. Nothing really to it.
yeah. You got the DJ Easy Dick on there again, and he's like saying, "Are you tired of talking to the women? Are you tired of being called a bitch or a hoe?" And I thought it was cool, a nice little skit.
Yeah, definitely. Next track we got is called Sister Land. Again, another very signature track. Self-explanatory that explains like protecting black women. Black women should not be objects. You know what I'm saying? Um, Nice usage of the LaBelle Lady Marmalade, Mary Lady Marmalade sample in the backdrop. You
Mm,
know, Yo Yo definitely did a thing on this one right here too. Very 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 dope track.
definitely enjoyed it. It had like that, nature of a sister type of sound, like when the people did it on the second
Yes,
album. And I love tracks like that. Like that. That's back when you had like Nefertiti, and you had Latifah and Yo Yo and Harmony, and we had sisters in rap that people forgot about, that were doing songs like this on a regular, and they got skipped over because they wanted to hear either you have to be lyrical or you have to show some skin, or maybe both. And these are one of those songs where the positivity for women come into play, especially for our community. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the best tracks on the album.
yeah, no doubt about it. All right, the next track we got is the IBWC National Anthem featuring Don Diamond and Sparkles. Um, this was pretty much her kind of like platform slash posse where like she pretty much wants to like help sisters of all races, show some positivity in their lives and shit. So this is pretty much her crew that she was working on and shit. Um, very, very, very great song in my opinion. I definitely love this track right here. I feel like this is again another if this is like another influential song when it came to Yo Yo. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, the whole black empowerment when it came to female rappers, it definitely played an influence and a lot of albums to come. Especially coming from Lauryn Hill's Miss Education of Lauryn Hill,
Right.
and then you also have even that same decade, Queen Latifah's Nature of a Sister, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
which I feel like had more of an Afrocentric kind of sound to it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Which definitely you can tell Yo Yo was influenced by Latifah.
Mm.
So I can definitely
She
fuck with that.
she put down the 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 head um the hats and stuff and started dressing in the hockey jerseys and the Tims and all that when Black Wing came out. So she was still in her Afrocentric mode for those first two albums, But
Right.
yeah, IBWC. That was like the crew that Yo Yo repped, and she had IBWC with my crewing on You Better Ask Somebody, '93 that came out, and she always repped them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of songs she always repped that crew that she had, and I thought it was a dope, nice beat. The track was short, so it was to me it was more like an interlude, but it was still banging.
I agree. Next track is called Make Way for the Motherlode. Um, Not a bad track, but not really one of my favorites off the album. I don't really write any notes for this one, but it was alright.
Now, is she dissing somebody on this track?
You said this is somebody?
Yeah, because there's a part in her verse, in like her third verse, where she's like saying something about I don't care if you're from East New York, I don't flinch or move an inch because this bitch is from LA, so make way for the monkey wrench and fit it in your program. I'm swooping on the mothership as if it was a broham. So I mean that right there to me, I thought she was like taking a shot at somebody in the verse.
Mm,
No,
I've always thought it was just
or she,
braggadocio shit. You know what I'm saying?
okay. So she didn't have no beef with nobody at that time, right? Or was it? I thought it was like later on she had beef with somebody.
Well, the closest I know is when Roxanne and Shantae threw shots at all them female rappers on that Big Mama track,
Right.
and it's
And that
crazy
was
too
that was
because
that was 93,
90, 91, 92,
91. Okay.
and it's crazy because Yo Yo said in an interview that Roxanne and Shantae actually took her out to dinner the day
Oh
before the
wow.
song came out and shit too.
Wow. So she took
Yeah.
out the dinner to let her know that yo, I'm dissing you on this song.
No, she didn't tell her.
Oh, she didn't tell her.
Nah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but like I said, Roxanne Shante said it was mostly just letting people know who the fuck she is because they had this concert in '92 called the Sisters of Rap concert, which
Mm,
you guys can find that on YouTube. And from what I looked up, Roxanne Shante didn't like the fact that a lot of the newer female rappers were kind of like calling her played out, and the fact that she was pretty much like the last one to perform.
mm,
And she did that song "Dance to This" with the late great Granddaddy IU and Biz Markie.
right.
Crazy how both of them passed away. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the inspiration that got her to do the Big Mama track. Because if you watch that performance, some people were dissing her, were booing at her, and
Mm,
shit like that too. And Yo Yo was pretty much one of the few rappers that was cool with Shantae,
right.
from what I looked up. So that's why when
I
that
mean,
song came out,
but I mean, but at that time it was like we wasn't checking for her. But we had Latifah was out. You had Moni Love. You had Light. You had Salt and Pepper. You had like there was more females coming out that I think by the time she came out with that, it's like nobody was really checking for her after that, after the '80s. So I'm like, you can't really blame them because she wasn't really putting out no type of heat like that no more.
yeah, because that bad sister I didn't care for.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. So that was Make Way for the Motherlode. Next track we got is Tonight's the Night featuring Dazzy D. Pretty much talking about safe sex. It's like a storytelling track where her Dazzy D's playing like this horny motherfucker who's trying to like get with Yo Yo, but Yo Yo's not really trying to give it up unless it's she knows for fucking serious and stuff like that. And
Right.
it's pretty much like Dazzy D trying to tell Yo Yo how she can give it up, and she just keeping herself together. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like
Right.
this was one of my favorite tracks off this album as well too. You know what I'm saying? I do admit it ran a bit too long, but I still fuck with it.
Mhm. Yeah, it was great. I definitely enjoyed it. Loved the bass line on it, the saxophones. You know, the girl on the chorus was okay. She wasn't great. You know, she was decent.
Yeah,
And I think it's like another message to women, to young women, especially like, don't feel, the peer pressure of from a guy to give it up, on the first night, or when you first meet him, and you like when you hear the song, it's like a story, like the guy's like telling her all the right things in her ear, all the drop her panties, and she ain't buying it. You know what I'm saying? She just was like she gonna wait or whatever. And I think that's a great message that's forgotten about, unfortunately, in today's rap. When you
right.
have artists like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, when you hear a song like "Wet Ass Pussy," you know what I'm saying? They're not talking about waiting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you hear from a female MC back in what 90 91. She telling you to wait
Yeah,
abstinence. You know what I'm saying? And wait till the time is right. Compared to now, where they just throwing the pussy to whoever. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is like a great track, and it had a great message in it as well.
definitely, definitely. I definitely get your point about that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next track we got is I got I got played. Self-explanatory. Talking about how she fell in love with a guy, and he pretty much just wanted to hit it and quit it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's pretty much just following up the last song. It uses the classic Bill Withers sample. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's been used so many times in hip hop. I'm not even gonna say the name of it, but
Yeah.
y'all can go look it up. But definitely, very solid track.
It was fire. Love the beat, the bass line, great sample. And this is like a story too. It's like where you went from tonight's the night where Yo Yo is like telling the guy that she wants to wait until the time is right. She actually in this song is going after the guy. She going after a guy named Tommy, and she liked the way he looks, and she trying to give it up to him, and she was thinking about him, like she like he really had her sprung. You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
and she wasn't afraid to say, like, yo, like, yeah, the last song I was telling you all, you women to wait until the time is right. Don't give it up. Don't give into the peer pressure. The next song with I Got Played, she's saying, give it up to this dude because I'm feeling him, and she trying to get her freak on. And I thought it was fire. I thought it was a great song.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. One of my favorites, again, off this record.
And it was tasteful. She didn't just say she got a wet ass pussy, and you know what I mean? It was she knew what it was. She was adult about it. She was like, yo, I'm trying to see you what's good. Let me get your number. And she went after, the guy named Tommy.
Definitely. Alrighty. Next track is Girl Don't Be No Fool. Again, another radio track where the host is pretty much warning the females to be careful. Be careful, you know what I'm saying, of all of the horn dogs out there trying to like use you
Right.
for your pussy and shit, you know what I'm saying? So
Um,
yeah, again, just keeping the theme of the album, which I can respect that.
Again, another song that all women should listen to. And she's talking about with this song, girls not being fools and falling for men's lies, and they cheating, and some women is like they They have very low self esteem where they stay with a man that's gonna beat them, or a man that got various kids with other women, and they look at them like that's you know, knight in shining armor when they could do better out there. You know, they want a prince, but they got a frog. You know what I'm saying? And you know, she's telling them like, yo, you could do better. You don't need him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she's saying, you know, and then you let him sock you, and after he says I'm sorry, you let him knock you. Pick a winner instead of getting beat by a chicken dinner. And I
That's
love the Bobby Brown. I love the Bobby Brown sample. Don't be from the Don't Be Cruel song. That was a
that's a
well
coach.
played sample. Loved it. That's a classic.
Yes. Alrighty. Next track is Ain't Nobody Better. Very dope way to kick off the album, you know what I'm saying? You know, just another braggadocio track where Yo-Yo is like telling all the upcoming female MCs, you guys can't touch me on the mic. I'm over here doing my thing. So there's that. Love that usage of the Funkadelic sample, not just Knee Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
can't go wrong with that sample either.
And the Shaka Khan sample from Ain't Nobody. Classic
Oh
record.
yeah, forgot about that.
Love the beat. Love the beat. You know, Yo-Yo rocking the mic. I think I could have definitely heard Tupac on this with a verse. I think he would have killed it. But we didn't get it. But I was just like just listening to this song. I was like, yo, Tupac would have sounded dope on this track. But it was definitely a great track.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. And then we have like the outro, you know what I'm saying, which has the radio host give him his salute, you know. Yeah, pretty straight.
Yeah, this was dope. You got the DJ Easy Dick once again signing out, and you know he's saying, you know, the lynch mob, I hate your ass, and I thought it was funny. Nice little funny outro.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. And then they also end off with the more of what can I do. You know what I'm saying? Would have Sir Jinx giving his list of shout outs, playing the What Can I Do beat, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's my favorite song off the album. I don't mind
Right.
hearing a little reprise out here, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, yeah, it was nice. Nice to hear like an extended, you know, add on to the track with, you know, the pianos. And you got Sir Jinx talking in the background and the saxophone playing. This was great. A nice, real mellow type of track.
Yeah, definitely agree with you about that. Overall, this is a very great album, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a very solid joint, you know. Yo Yo definitely came out with one of the strongest debuts of 1991, in my personal opinion. You know, definitely love like the strong messages on this album. You know what I'm saying? It has a good mixture between like some of the braggadocio tracks and then the female empowerment tracks, which you know her voice was pretty much the key thing that really made everything right when it came to like, some of the songs. You know what I'm saying? Now, not every song here is a winner, as I should say. You know what I'm saying? There's some songs I kind of felt got maybe with like Q writing some of the tracks and shit like that. You could tell some songs she's trying to still find her voice,
Right.
but at the same time, this is definitely highly recommended. I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. Must have in your collection.
I love the production. You know, they got like the early gangster production with the funk samples, and you know, had positive messages for young women. You know, talking about pregnancy and abstinence and infidelity, self-respect, independence, everything that women, even women now, older women now, should be listening to as well. You know, the songs were great. You know, Yo-Yo basically holding this album down by herself for like 16 joints. You know, only collab we got was what the Ice Cube and what's the other cat, the other guy that was on
Dazzy D.
Jazzy D. Yeah, so that's basically it. And that don't happen no more in today's rap. You know what I'm saying? For either male or female. So I think it definitely underrated album. I felt like the label should have promoted it more because they could have been more singles to come up from this album. You know, instead of like what it's only like two singles, and I think that like at least three or four other singles could have been promoted for this album, and You got joints like, you can't play with my yo-yo and what can I do? I got played. Girl don't be no fool. Ain't nobody better. Put a lid on it. All bangers. I'm gonna give it 4.5. I think it's one of her best albums. And yes, it's a highly slept on. So, this is again, this is a female, underrated female from the West that was, you know, that came out with heat, and she was, you know, she was all about women empowerment, and that's something we don't see enough to me in rap when it comes to females. With Lotto and Glorilla and Cardi and Megan, they're not giving you women empowerment messages like this. You know what I'm saying? And
Glorilla.
and I think this, you can tell that's the difference with today's rap and with back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
think the artist cared more about the listener compared to now, where it's all about the money and the followers and shit. And salute to Yo Yo, man. Like, she gave us a great debut album.
I definitely agree with you about that. All right. Well, I'm going to end off this video off right here. I got some things I got to work on tonight. Finishing up this
Cool.
beef episode, which that's going to hopefully come out after after my imprisonment. Honestly, you know what I'm saying.
He said his imprisonment. Wow.
So Sunday tomorrow at midnight, we're going to continue on with the newly named Artist Sundays. We're going to talk about Shalimar with the Big Fun album. You know what I'm saying? Really cannot wait to talk about this is the classic era of Shalimar. These next 4, maybe 5 reviews, you guys cannot miss them. You know what I'm saying? And just in case you guys don't know what Artist Sundays are, that's when I'm just gonna really just dedicate Sundays just talking about either an artist discography, a certain label, a certain theme. You know what I'm saying? I know we said Mariah Carey, we're gonna talk about her after Shalimar, so be on the lookout for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really only gonna do it for motherfuckers who have 4 more albums. So
Right.
if 4 more albums and shit, if they have like if it's another artist that have a 6 of that discography and I don't have a lot of the physical shit, I might still do that during the whole week or during the month or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, man. And plus, I did say I was gonna talk about Shalimar's shit for the longest and stuff too. So yes, sir. Also, Tuesday at midnight is gonna be part 8 of the R&B list.
Part 8.
So yeah, okay. So
Part
let me
8.
see something. Yeah, so we should be done with this by the end of April. We should be done with this list by the end of April. So this went by really fast, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So also that same episode, we also gonna review Silk with Lose Control, their first album. So we're gonna get a little double feature on
Nice.
Tuesday. And then also too, when it comes to this week, I think I said I think Wednesday is gonna be Lil Wayne, the Carter 2 album and
Carter
shit.
2. Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'm going to do David Bowie's Scary Monsters from 1980.
And I haven't heard that
So
yet. So
that's another album I promised I was going to talk about for a good minute.
right.
So
Okay.
yeah, man, just definitely doing my shit. And yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. That's all I'm going to review for right now and shit. So yes. And like I said, the collection video is going to be the week of 420.
Okay.
So more than likely, we're going once Ashley tells me the time for a schedule next week. That's when I'm going to send the official time and let me know about Killer Tapes on IG so I can send them the whole
Yeah.
information and
I'm
shit.
gonna hit him up.
That's
It'd be dope to have him on there with us. So
definitely, yeah, man. But other than that, y'all can look for that Make Way for the Motherlode. I
is
believe that
is
album.
is any of our albums is any of our albums still in print or no?
I don't think so.
No. Oh damn! None of our albums in print.
Nah,
Yo, ask that.
nah. Damn.
Okay.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day somebody will release them. But yeah, man. Like I said, I got her first 3 albums, so I'm pretty grateful
Yes.
about that for right now.
I've
I've never heard.
You Better Ask Somebody and Total Control. So I gotta get her
I
first
never
two.
heard.
I had the first 2 and then they got damaged. So I gotta get the first 2.
Yeah, I never heard that Total Control album. I gotta peep that shit.
Yeah. It's okay. It was she was definitely like on her way out. You could say out the door, but her first three to me are like her best ones.
Got you.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It has a good night. Shit is try as
Yes.
usual. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
So, and I will see y'all later. Peace.
All right. Peace.